A Texas teacher, back to the Don't Say Gay bill, the Parental Rights Act. A Texas teacher claims that 20 of her fourth graders out of 32 of her students identify as LGBTQ. You and I have talked about this offline, but tell me how public schools are not indoctrination centers for woke ideology when you see a headline like that.
Right. It's very hard not to. And, we can't post the internal debating that was going on in this Facebook group, but that's exactly where it came from. It came from an individual teacher who was posting this in her Facebook group and really just going after other teachers, the principal, for, trying to just do a wellness walk and not, indoctrinate every child into this LGBT ideology. But that really just goes to show this teacher was like, oh yeah, 20 of my kids are LGBT. And also all of the teachers, all of their other students must capitulate to this ideology or they're less than. It's just quite an odd strand of progressivism to go off of. They're just so into it's not just Texas, it's not just Florida that are seeing these issues. You're seeing these issues countrywide and with some of the most conservative areas. I'm here in Nashville. We're still seeing this problem all over the country. And I think the Parental Rights and Education bill that you're seeing in Florida is something that should be passed state by state.
Yeah, Mark, you've got a 5-year-old, I've got a 5-year-old, and we've talked about this. Every day my daughter comes home with homework, and it's the stuff that I was learning when I was 5. I couldn't imagine diving into a conversation about sexual orientation or gender identity, especially with my 5-year-old. And by the way, when and if that conversation does happen, it should be myself and my wife that have that conversation with our daughter and our son, who's only 3 now, but probably not the person that is teaching them 5 days a week in school. That's just, I'm not comfortable with that. And I think that's the way that so many moms and dads around this country feel.
Well, as we've discussed, it's part of the larger conversation that kids need to be protected and they need to have great schools, and parents need to be empowered, not just teachers. And this fight is part of that broader effort. And we saw with COVID in particular, I think a really healthy development, which is parents recognize that they do have to have a say. They must have a say, whether it's a public school, private school, parochial school, in what their kids are learning and how they're learning it. And teachers' unions, like a lot of institutions in this country, are dominated by the far left that don't speak for the whole country.
Yeah, and by the way, that was our first Psaki Dodge in like 2 weeks.
Yeah, well, she was that with...
I brought Alison in just to mark the occasion. And now she's going to be working at MSNBC, so we got to really enjoy them while we have them.
Yeah, I just wanted to weigh in on this because I have kids as well, and I think that when kids go to school, the role of the teacher is to teach them reading, writing, arithmetic, history, art, handwriting.
Yeah, how about the ABCs?
Not talking about those types of things. Those are conversations that parents should have when they choose to have those conversations, especially with kindergartners. My daughter is 9. She's in 3rd grade. I can't even imagine. She's still playing with Barbies. This is not a conversation that teachers should be having with students at all.
Over 60% of Florida voters, by the way, registered voters, support that bill. Also important to note as we head into the midterm elections, almost 7 months to the day away.